completely winning. Like I had 5-6 ways to win the game, and I became really nervous. I kept on making some dubious moves, and the advantage vanished, and we drew the game. And in the tie breaks, I lost the match.
What were those sacrifices that maybe you have made?
You lose half of your childhood. Yeah, you skip the school, so you're not socially well connected with the other peers. So you do things differently than them, and it feels a bit off.
Was there a turning point in your chess career or say your chess game that you decided, okay, this is going to be not only my passion but my profession also?
But luckily, I became a grandmaster at the age of 18.
Was there a point where you thought, okay, I want to give up on chess?
Many times. Like,
Okay.
so when I lose a winning game and I completely spoil the tournament, many thoughts keep lingering on my mind. Okay, why am I playing? So I would lose 2 games in a row initially, and then catch up the leaders, and then finally even win tournaments. Yeah, so
Nice.
I used to be called as the comeback artist in my childhood days.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Sahana Kulkarni, and we're back with yet another podcast. And today we have a wonderful guest who is not only a grandmaster, but he has been 2 times national champion, under 16 world champion, and a Asian champion too. And he's also been second to many prominent chess players in amazing championships. So let us welcome Setu.
Hi.
Hi, Setu. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being a part of our podcast. So, for those who want to know you beyond your title, which is a grandmaster, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, I started chess at the age of 5.
Okay.
Okay, back then it was young. And yeah, my father is a ex national level player, so he taught me the game. So probably it just runs in my blood. And yeah, slowly I became a district champion, and then I went on to state and so on. So the journey has been really tough. I have gone through many ups and downs, and yeah, so and yeah, I have achieved many titles as you have mentioned. Yeah, the journey still goes on, and I'm loving it.
Okay, awesome. And so at the age of 5, was it a natural transition because you come from a chess family where your brother is also a chess player, your father is a chess coach? So was it very natural or was it something that you were forced to fall in love with?
No, I was never forced to fall in love with it, but my father taught me the game, and I immediately was very passionate about the game, and also I started performing really well. Yeah, it was never forced, and I always loved the game, and that's how we can consistently sort of be involved and continue your longevity. Yeah, so I feel that is important. Yeah.
Great. So, was there a turning point in your chess career or say your chess game that you decided, okay, this is going to be not only my passion but my profession also?
Yeah, actually, I was always hesitant and reluctant to whether choose chess as my professional career. But luckily, I became a grandmaster at the age of 18. So I didn't have this difficult choice. And yeah, because I was studying, and perhaps if I had not become a grandmaster, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it would have been a tough choice. But since that I became a grandmaster when I was studying, so I did not have to go through tough choice. And yeah, I also became a national champion, Asian champion. So I thought, okay, why not to take it as a professional career?
Okay, awesome. So, when you were studying in schools, did you have to give up your academics to become who you are today, or was it, both were hand to hand when you were growing up?
Yeah, luckily, I was enrolled in this school, which was called Velamal International School, and there's a huge chess culture there.
Yeah.
A lot of famous players like Prag, Gukesh, all studied there, and I was lucky enough to be approached by this school. So they were very lenient towards me, and they gave me the permission not to attend the school and instead practice at home. And just, I mean, if just for the exams I had to appear, and it was very nice of them. They understood the difficulties of a sports person, and because of those things, I could easily manage both. and I would be playing tournaments, and whenever I had to write exams, so I would spend some, like, let's say 2-3 months before it, and since just gave me the focus and concentration on all those things, I was, I mean, capable enough to sort of learn everything in a short span of time, and yeah, that's how it goes.
Awesome. So, how about academics after the school? Did you pursue any particular degree
Mhm.
or anything of that sort? How did that transition happen?
Yeah, I did BCom in the SRM University. Again, they were also sports friendly university, and similarly, like Velamal, they also gave me the scope to sort of not attend the classes.
Mm.
And when I was studying, also another grandmaster Adiban and Sham Sundar, we were in the same class.
Okay.
So I mean, whenever the class is going on, B3 would be absent. Yeah,
Hmm.
people would be wondering what they're doing. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people even don't recognize us. So it is like this, and yeah, I pursued BCom, and
Mhm.
yeah, again the same way. Like, I just appear for the exams, and yeah, I did BCom. Yeah.
Nice. And so chess has always been part of all of these academics and everything, right? So was there a point where you thought, okay, I want to give up on chess? Was there a point
Yeah,
like that?
many times. Like,
Okay.
so when I lose a winning game
Mm-hmm.
and I completely spoil the tournament, many thoughts keep lingering on my mind. Okay, why am I playing? Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, so it happens with everyone, I guess. But then, okay, I mean, the next tournament starts and you move ahead, and you perform well, and you completely forget about it. So
Mm.
that's how it goes. Probably it's some moment of frustration at that moment, but and then you get out of it, you move on, and life goes on. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. So, was there any sacrifice that you made, right? Because I understand it's not easy to become a grandmaster for sure. That's why we only have 99 of them in India
Yeah.
today. So, what were those sacrifices that maybe you have made? I
Hmm.
know family makes a lot of
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's not easy on the pocket of
Hmm.
an Indian family to take their children to many tournaments,
Yeah.
to invest in their chess education. It's not a very inexpensive sport, so to say.
Hmm.
So, were there any sacrifices from your end to that? You know what? That are worth mentioning, right?
Mm, mm.
Because um, they're not easy. I
Yeah.
understand that. So,
Yeah.
please quote some of them.
Yeah, so basically, you have to travel to all the places right from childhood. It's not
Mm-hmm.
that easy thing,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to adjust to so many different things, like stay, like food. I mean, food is not easy outside India, especially if you're a vegetarian. It's even more
Yeah.
tougher. And also, like, you lose half of your childhood. Yeah, you skip the school, so you're not socially well connected with the other peers. So you do things differently than them, and it feels a bit off. But yeah, these are main sacrifices, and sometimes you don't get together for a family function.
Yes.
You miss half of them, and my relatives still keep complaining that you're not attending any
So
of them.
FOMO is the biggest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you miss out on many things, and just to keep going in the game of chess, and yeah, those are the sacrifices I made, and it's all worth it. But yeah,
Hmm.
and as you said, it is an inexpensive sport, but if you see also, like, I mean, playing is inexpensive, but like hiring a coach or
Yeah.
something, you have to spend a lot of money, and we were from the upper, I mean, middle class family, and it was not easy, and thanks to my national victories or Asian victories, I would get government support, and because of the government support, I could hire trainers, and that's how I was able to sort of train and so on. So yeah, these are the main sacrifices I could think of right now. Yeah.
Okay. So, was there any particular decision that you made,
Hmm.
right,
Hmm.
which changed your career orientation, and then you decided to become a grandmaster and then going on becoming what you are today? Was there a very tough decision to give up on academics or on
Hmm.
career and then only focus on chess?
Okay, I did not give up school. I was managing both of it,
Mm-hmm.
um, and there was no such tough decision. But yeah, thanks to the school, like I mentioned, Velamal school. I moved to this Velamal school. I was studying in some other school, and it was tough to like get leave, or I mean, to practice at home. And probably because of that, I moved my home to a different locality. I was staying in a completely different place, and thanks to their support they were offering, I moved on to the school. And because of that, my parents had to move on
Mm-hmm.
and relocate and in a completely different place. And I think that probably shaped up my chess career going forward,
Mm-hmm.
because it was like a lot of people from the chess fraternity were studying there, so we were exposed to a lot of events. We could practice together, and there were also conducting chess camps in the school
Yeah.
for us specifically, so we could gel with other contemporaries and other players. So yeah, I think those, I mean, maybe that was one of the decision which really shaped my chess career. Yeah.
Nice. So, going back to your playing days,
Mhm.
was there any particular tournament that completely shattered your confidence? And then what got you back?
Many tournaments, I would say. Like,
Any one particular really, really tough one?
yeah, no. From my childhood days, I used to. I mean, I'm not a consistent player. Like, I would lose many games and then come back. So it. I mean, it's probably it has become very normal for me by now. So I would lose two games in a row initially, and then catch up the leaders, and then finally even win tournaments. Yeah. So
Nice.
I used to be called as the comeback artist in my childhood days. So I would lose to some random people, and then suddenly, yeah, I mean, I win and then come back, and then even beat stronger players and compete for the first place, and finally win the tournament. So speaking of a particular tournament, in the Asian Championship 2016. Similarly, I lost my fourth or fifth round game. I was leading the tournament. I lost, and it completely shattered me. And I had no hopes of sort of even competing for the first three places as such. And then I kept on winning, and then finally I took home the title. Yeah, so it was one of the most memorable events I could think of right now.
Nice. Okay. And is there any particular game
Hmm.
from your tournaments or championships that you want to erase from your memory?
Okay, again, many, but I
One
mean,
particular
yeah, one
game.
particular game is my match against Anish Giri from the World Cup 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So we drew the first game, and it is a match of two games,
Mm.
and it is a knockout format. So in the second game, I was completely winning. Like, I had five, six ways to win the game, and I became really nervous, and slowly I kept on making some dubious moves, and the advantage vanished, and we drew the game, and in the tie breaks I lost the match. Yeah, if I would have won that match, I would have advanced to the fourth round, and perhaps, who knows. Yeah, I mean,
Anish Giri must have, hidden one piece from the table, which is notoriously known for.
yeah,
Yeah.
that game I would definitely erase from my
Nice.
memory, and as well, yeah, the history.
And opposite to that, which game means the most to you from all of your chess career?
The game from the Asian Championship, my last round win against Chinese prodigy Wei. So I was playing the black pieces, and he was actually leading the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He was leading by 1 point, and he was in competition with Lee Quang Lim, who's again Vietnamese 2700. So they were both competing with each other, and Surya Ganguly, who is also my good friend,
Mm.
Indian Grandmaster and well-known trainer now.
Yeah.
So he was playing against Lee Kwang. He was
Mm.
also playing the black pieces. So I was only aiming for top six, which would back then qualify for the World Cup. But Surya won his game, and I also happened to win my game against Wei, and I took the title. Yeah, I mean, this was really unexpected. A lot of things has to happen around for me to win the title, and this is one moment I really cherish. This is one
Nice.
game, defeating Wei with the black pieces in a smooth manner is one of my biggest things to take away. Yeah.
Awesome. And was there any bad habit of yours which you kept repeating and finally overcame, and now you're completely free from that one habit?
Yeah, I used to prepare till the last minute.
Hmm.
So that is really one bad habit I hated.
Hmm.
So, I mean, even while taking shower, I would be thinking of, okay, I missed this to prepare, I missed that, and I would rush, and then I would keep preparing till the last minute. Yeah. And this is one habit I really wanted to overcome, because it creates a lot of stress, and you're not free. Yeah, I mean, you have to again play a game, right?
Correct.
Like you have to spend 4 hours on the board. You have to be with good energy and so on. So this is one habit. Initially, I was struggling, but I later got rid of it. So
Okay.
I mean, I came to the conclusion that you cannot have everything prepared. Yeah, so you have to face
Yeah.
uncertainty over the board.
And did it ever happen to you that you have prepared
Mm-hmm.
completely for months, weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and you get an opponent who's completely crashing it with something very bizarre or something that you have not prepared for?
Yeah, initially I was very disappointed with this thing because you prepare one thing for a
Correct.
quite a long time, and then your opponent plays something, and I mean, you think, oh shit, I should have
Yeah.
prepared this
Yeah.
also, right? And then one of my trainers told me that, okay, anyway, it is not going to go into trash or something. You will use it in a different game. So then, of course, now times have changed a lot. Even the first move, it's very difficult to guess because people have widened their repertoire so much. So you have to be ready for everything. Yeah, it has happened many times against different opponents. But yeah, initially it was disappointing. But I mean, and then I simply overcame that feeling. Yeah, I mean, anyway, it's not going to trash, and you can use it always to I mean, other opponents and so on. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And has ever any student
Hmm.
taught you something about chess which probably you would be like, oh my god, how did I miss learning it for all these years?
Okay, I would not call it a student. I have worked with many of my peers, and everyone has a different approach to
Correct.
chess. I learn so many things from different people. For example, I have worked with the world champion Vishwanathan Anand for quite some time, and I learned a lot from him. For example, adaptability is his greatest strength. So not many people of his age are able to adapt to
Yeah.
the new modern things, yeah,
Technology and
technology and so on.
correct.
So you learn different things from different persons. For example, I am working with Nihal. He's very unique. He prepares very less, but like he plays a lot of games on online, and he has a widened understanding of the game. Yeah, so everyone has different approaches. So you take away a lot of different things from different people, and I think yeah, there is no such thing as a rigid approach. So you can try and experiment so many things.
Okay. So what's that one lesson that chess gave you? Like a life lesson.
Mm. Yeah, for example, patience, and you always have a chance. Nothing is like temporary. I mean, everything is temporary. Nothing is like permanent. Yeah. So, for example, sometimes you get frustrated when you make a lot of draws, like let's say 4 or 5 draws,
Yeah.
but you have to wait for the moment to seize it. So it will happen. That's I mean, that belief just gave me, because a lot of times I think, okay, it's like it's crashing down, yeah, and then suddenly you get an opportunity. But I mean, to kind of utilize this opportunity, you have to be focused and concentrated. So there will be a chance for you, but you have to wait patiently, seeking for that chance. So patience is one thing I really learned from chess, because chess is known to be a boring game, and it's a dry game, yeah. But if you see, the one who waits the most gets. I mean, in the match also, a world championship match also, if you see, like, slowly you have to wait for the opponent to blunder, and you have to like kind of wait, yeah, sort of, yeah.
Nice. And what's that something that you've gotten much better because of losing the games?
Yeah, much better, like, because of losing games. Yeah, I've lost. Initially I was like, okay, I used to feel very bad, and kind of not prepare for the next game, and be disappointed, and it used to only get worse. So so then I learned that, okay, you have to move on quickly, yeah. So that is the takeaway, I would say, because everyone loses, and you cannot win everything. And the one who is moving away quite quicker will sort of use another opportunities to succeed, yeah. So if you don't move quicker, you kind of the thought keeps on lingering on your mind, and you only spoil the next rounds. So it is better to move on quickly, yeah.
Okay. So, a little bit on the challenging beliefs now. So, if I give you two students, one of them is incredibly talented, but very lazy.
Mhm.
And the other one is not so talented, is a slow learner, but very, very, very disciplined. Who would you bet on?
Okay, the second person. Yeah.
Okay. So, discipline is more
Yeah,
important.
discipline is more important. I have seen so many people who are incredibly talented, um, have not gone further, yeah, because of their laziness, and lack of discipline to work on chess and so on. But the second one, like I said, I've seen many people in that arena as well, where they have like maybe they are less talented, but due to like smart and hard work, they have sort of crashed in through big places. Yeah, so I always believe that smart work and hard work beats the talent. Yeah.
Right. So, in chess, do you really believe that hard work, discipline wins over the talent, or are they at the same place?
I think it wins over the talent. I feel so, yeah, because I mean, you can be incredibly talented, but if you don't work, you cannot kind of advance, yeah. But on the other hand, if you're less, say, less talented, but you can overcome it by hard work and also discipline, you can change it overnight, I think.
Nice. And do you think it is hard to become a grandmaster in today's world than it was back when you became one?
Yeah, it's different to compare both the time periods. Those days we did not have many tournaments,
Yeah.
so we have to travel to Europe to find a good tournament, and it was quite tougher in that sense. But these days there are many tournaments, but a lot of underrated people, and you have to really perform well to score the kind of norm.
Yeah.
And also there is a huge competition, yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, I would say nowadays it's slightly tougher than before, but the opportunities are more these days, and you have to make good use of the opportunity, yeah.
Okay. So, next question for you. Is it too much of emphasis on rating in chess,
Yeah,
in India in particular? Or is it the same
I think it's
everywhere?
the same globally. People are so obsessed with the rating. Back then, not so much, but now even 0.8 they would really be concerned about. Yeah, I mean, they are so obsessed with it. Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think is the one thing that Indian parents should stop doing?
Probably expecting quick results. A lot of people, like, okay, they spend their money, the efforts, and put their kid into training classes, but the problem is that they expect quick results, yeah. But it's very tough to get to get success overnight, and you have to wait, and that time cushion you have to give to the kid, yeah. So I think that's where most of the Indian parents go wrong.
Okay. And now for our young players,
Mm-hmm.
what separates the kids who become grandmasters from those who remain average chess players?
I think a lot of kids are distracted with other things because of, I mean, nowadays you have social media
Yeah.
and other games, the computer games, video games, and so on. So they mostly depend upon the coaches for the coaches, and they don't work on their own. I see this in a lot of kids. So only the ones who are willing to work on their own and willing to improve on their own and curious to learn will be able to become a grandmaster. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Perfect. So, what percentage of efforts should be distributed between coach and the student by themselves, right? So, like you rightly said,
Yeah.
the coach will teach the same thing to all his students, right? It's the same curriculum, it's the same openings,
Sure.
it's the same middle game and end game,
Yeah.
right? But some of them
Mm.
who may not be as phenomenally talented
Yeah.
but end up becoming grandmaster,
Yeah.
whereas few people do not crack it,
Mm.
right? So according to you and your experience, because you have a lot of it,
Yeah.
what is the percentage of effort that the students should also put in order to really crack the code?
Yeah. So I would rate it, the student has to put in more than the coach. Let's say 30-70. Yeah, 30 for the coach and 70 for the student. So a coach can only guide you and mentor you, but you have to think yourself also, like you have to be self-aware of what are the things you're doing wrong. So it is very important. And like I said, a lot of people just depend on the coach, yeah.
Correct.
So they don't work on their own, and also it is you who's going to play the game, and it is not the coach, yeah. Coach can only
Right.
give you some let's say tips and so on, but it is you who's going to spread it over the board.
Yeah.
And a lot of like lot of people who succeed, they are very curious about why this is, and they keep on asking questions to the coach and they improve. So this is also very important, to ask questions. so that they can understand many aspects in life, and as well in chess. Psychology also plays a big role in this, and this is very important to be curious to learn, and just not limit to the uh, area which they learn from the coach, but also they can, for example, they explore something in the books, they can kind of discuss with the coach and so on.
Okay. And what are some of the best practices
Mhm.
that you recommend a 1500 or a 1600 to start doing as a part of their self learning journey
Mhm.
along with
Mhm.
coaching?
Mhm.
Right? What are those three most important things that you feel every chess player should who aspires to become really highly rated, or
Mhm.
a professional chess player, or a professional chess coach, or anything to do in chess in particular?
Mhm.
So what are those three practices that you really recommend
Yeah,
these kids to
yeah.
do?
Nowadays, the habit of reading books have drastically reduced. I
Okay.
would advise them to catch a hold of some very simple book, yeah,
Mm.
even um, written by very good authors who can explain their thoughts in like words and so
Mm-hmm.
on. So you get a gist of it, and it really improves the understanding of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing I would recommend.
Mm.
Also, like solving tactics and puzzles, so it really keeps you sharp. And this is one of the things. And of course, to play more as well. So
Okay.
I would recommend them to play in online or over the board. So I mean, only when you play a lot, you sort of kind of uh, get an understanding of how you think, how you have certain uh, like powers in your game, and what you can improve and so on. So you always have to keep playing a lot.
Okay. And are there any specific books that you really recommend? One or two
Mhm.
which you feel every chess player should have a copy of?
Yeah, I would recommend Gary Kasparov's My Great Predecessors,
Hmm.
because it is very hard to see a world champion of his stature explaining his thoughts about
Hmm.
not only about him but also his nemesis.
Nice.
So it is. I also, it was written in pre-computer era.
Hmm.
Of course, he later checked with the computer, but I mean, you not see anyone explaining their thoughts. Yeah, it's very rare to get an opportunity. So I would definitely recommend them to go through all those books.
Nice.
And also Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual, which is like Endgame Bible for
Okay.
all the endgame theoretical positions and so on. So these two are really important books.
Nice. And if any chess player or a child
Hmm.
has only 1 hour in a day,
Hmm.
right, for his chess coaching, practice, and everything, what is that one thing that you think is a non-negotiable? I know you named three,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
one out of those
Yeah, they have to
three.
sit on the board and think about the position, like solve some tactics. So it is very important foundation, I think. Yeah.
Mm,
So
nice.
they can spend the ability to think.
Mm.
Chess is basically like how much you think, yeah, and how well you think, yeah. So the ability to think should be there. So instead of just sitting over the computer and doing some random things, it's, um I mean, you can solve some tactics over the board and so on. So.
Awesome. And now a few messages for the parents.
Mm.
So, how do you know if your child
Hmm.
truly loves chess? And the parents should not force them into the game.
Hmm.
So, how do the parents recognize, okay,
Yeah.
my child is a prodigy, I should really pursue chess for him?
Yeah, if he's eagerly looking forward to participate in a tournament and
Hmm.
like kind of pursuing you very hard, yeah, you
Hmm.
know that the kid is really interested and he wants to sort of compete, and that is one thing you can notice. Of course, um, he will go to any extent to
Hmm.
sort of pursue chess. For example, sometimes he would like to play with his friends, and regularly, quite regularly, he would be interested and so on. So I mean, these are like easily you can notice such things, and yeah, the ability to sort of attend classes and regularly, quite regularly, not skipping a class or something like that, and it shows that he really wants to learn, he really wants to compete and so on. So these are the signs that the kid is really interested,
Hmm.
and yeah.
Okay. And do you think the parents should really discuss the results
Mhm.
immediately after the tournaments with their kids?
Yeah, they can discuss, but without judging or
Mhm.
without putting too much of pressure. Of course, you need to discuss in order to improve further in your next tournaments, right? But without judging them or without like any preconceived notions. Yeah. So sometimes the parents are not themselves chess players.
Yeah.
They don't know much enough the game, and without knowing the game, if you give some advices, it's not healthy for the child. I think you should leave it to the coach or some mentor,
Mhm.
and of course you should discuss, but in a way that it is not affecting the mental health of the kid. Yeah.
Okay. So, what was that best thing that your parents did, and because of which you are who you are today?
Yeah, my parents never pressurized me,
Mm.
and of course, my father, being a chess player, understood this thing long back, and they always want me to fight every game. So it's win or lose, they don't care, but I have to fight. Yeah, I should not accept for like draws or offer a draw, and I should enjoy the game, and I should be willing to take risk and willing to fight. That is the only one thing they expected from me.
Nice.
So that was very helpful for me as well to become a fearless player. Otherwise, let's say, I mean, if I'm playing against some high rated, I would be scared. Okay, what if my
Mm.
parent says something? I should make a draw and get out, or something other than this also. Yeah. So it was very nice of them. They did not put in me any pressure, and yeah, and that made me actually a fearless player. Yeah.
Nice. And is there one habit?
Hmm.
I know we gave habits for the kids or the players. Is
Hmm.
there a habit for parents too?
Yeah, not to interfere too much, but at the same time, not to give too much freedom. So you have to kind of balance it.
Balance.
Yeah, balance it, I feel. And yeah, just go with the flow, and things will happen. Yeah, if a kid is really talented and he's putting in a lot of efforts and work, it will happen. Yeah, that's what I
Correct.
believe in. Yeah.
Okay. Now a little bit about career options available in the field of chess and the
Hmm.
future of chess in general.
Sure.
So, um, when you were growing up or
Hmm.
when chess was not so popular in India, it was probably two or three things. You could become a renowned chess player
Sure.
and earn through sponsorships, or you become a chess coach, or you become an arbiter or an organizer, or you could have an academy. So, what are different chess careers available for someone who's starting to pursue chess now?
Yeah, now the avenues have really expanded a lot
Mhm.
than it used to be before. So, of course, as you said, renowned player is one thing, and apart from that, you can be a trainer. There is a lot of demand for trainers nowadays,
Yeah.
and you can be a kind of streamer
Hmm.
as well. You can be a commentator. You can commentate on the big events, like for example, the Chennai GM, which is happening right now, or even some online events. So, commentator is one thing to explore. And apart from that, you can also become authors, where you can write books or also make chess courses. Like for example, I myself have written some chessable courses, and this is also one area. There is an orbiter.
Hmm.
Uh, that is also one more thing. And apart from that, you can also be a second to many strong players. Like for example, I'm seconding to Grandmaster Nihal Sarin. So this is one avenue, and there's a lot going on chess right now than it used to be before, and because of that, there's a lot of interest around chess, I feel. And yeah, after COVID, I feel that a lot of avenues have been really drastically expanded, and it's very really, I mean, it's really nice. Yeah, that there are so many avenues in chess. People don't know that about all these things. They
Yeah.
think only, okay, I mean, you can be a player if uh, you can be a professional player. Apart from that, there are so many other avenues where you can explore, and it's a good thing. Yeah.
Correct. Awesome. So you mentioned something about being a second to a player
Hmm.
for championships. You're known for being that. So could you explain what exactly that means for someone who is not from the chess industry?
Yeah, second is actually a chess terminology.
Hmm.
Outside the chess world, you would be wondering what is a second. Yeah, it's basically one who's helping strong players in their opening preparation.
Hmm.
So you can also term it as a trainer, but trainer is maybe a too strong word. Trainer is someone who sort of develops players from the initial stages and so on. Second is one who who helps already established well strong player in their opening preparation. Let's put it this way. Yeah. So this is what second means in chess terminology. Yeah.
Okay. So you basically with them to brainstorm and what to play
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a particular
Yeah.
championship. You travel with them.
Yeah. You travel with them. You find ideas in the opening and so on.
Okay, awesome. And does that get you a lot of good money just so that people know and understand?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
it depends upon the people who you are working with. And yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, it is definitely decent money. Yeah.
Okay. So for those who are looking to pursue chess as a career,
Hmm.
so do you think in terms of remuneration, in terms of the six figures to seven figure, monthly
Hmm.
salary or remuneration,
Yeah.
has it improved in the past 2 years?
Yeah, for sure. Like when I started chess, there were different companies
Mm-hmm.
who are like recruiting players.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, I work in ONGC.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like ONGC, there is IOCL, which is Indian Oil,
Yeah.
BPCL, Bharat Petroleum. So ONGC is Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. So these companies recruit players based upon their achievements, and they give us sort of monthly stipend
Mm-hmm.
to for the players to continue pursuing their chess career. And you have to kind of wear their logo while playing the game, and it's basically representing them. So these are the only options which was available back then. But now, I mean, thanks to the huge interest in chess, there are a lot of private sponsors coming in to take up the game. As you can see, even Mr. Anand Mahindra came into organizing GCL. So there are
Correct.
different tournaments through that people get, of course, a lot of remuneration. And yeah, this is one thing. And recently, as we speak, ACF has announced a stipend for all
Yeah.
the national champions, which is a great thing, I believe. And it will really help the people to pursue chess as a career. So, yeah, there are a lot of things happening in the chess world nowadays, mainly thanks to the fact that we have a lot of stars like Gukesh, Preg, and so on. So, yeah.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about future of chess,
Mhm.
right? So do you think AI is making chess players more, it's enabling more and more chess players, or it is making them lazy?
I would say both.
Okay.
Okay, still, I mean, as we are speaking, AI has left less effect on chess. It does not, I mean, still become a mainstream as such. But engines, I would say, um, are really becoming very stronger, and it is somewhat slightly killing the curiosity of other things. But on the other hand, you explore things which you have not explored before, so it finds a different approach. So also you have to keep updating. So I would say both ways. Yeah, sometimes it makes more interesting because you have different arenas to explore, and different ways of working with the engine. But on the other hand, it makes you lazy, like they say, brain rot and all those stuff. And yeah, you have to use it carefully, I think. But it is not a bad thing as such, but if you use it smartly and carefully, you can benefit from it. Yeah.
Awesome. And, um, you know, which is that one country,
Mhm.
right, who is really killing it in the field of chess?
Right now, the Asians are killing it: India, Uzbekistan, and China. Yeah, I would say these three countries. Uzbekistan has, I mean, really blasted. Yeah, I mean, they have so many strong players, and they have won the Olympiad as well. So, I mean, they have not won. Yeah, they won the Olympiad in 2024.
24.
Yeah, 26 India took it. So it's basically competition between India and Uzbekistan. Yeah, the coming
Okay.
years.
And what do you think we are doing differently
Hmm.
than, the other Europeans who have ruled the chess for over years and decades and things like that?
Yeah, in Europe, the chess activity is very, very less. Unfortunately, they don't have many strong events, and there is no incentive for chess, which is surprising to me. But in India, things are improving, and uh, we have a lot of role models like Vishwanathan Anand, world champion Vishwanathan Anand, Gukesh, Preg, and so on to look upon. And yeah, I don't know what we are doing differently, but you can see a lot of kids, yeah, take up chess in India compared to Europe. Because of the fact that, okay, the parents are kind of supporting them. We have this culture as well, which plays a
Right.
role in shaping up the kids' career, which is absent in the European countries. And that's why in Asia it's becoming more popular. And of course, there are a lot of tournaments happening. In India, there are like 6 to 7 Grandmaster events happening, and it's only expanding, which gives ample opportunity for the kids to participate. And even in my growing days, every Saturday, Sunday, there used to be a tournament. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, these are the things which makes us a stronger nation, I feel. Yeah.
Okay. So even though,
Mhm.
chess is Indian game
Mhm.
and in origin is from India,
Yeah.
we have two world champions,
Yeah.
right? Vishy sir, of course, for 5 years,
Sure.
but Gukesh is the new entrant to the field. So tell me, what is it that India can do differently
Mhm.
to produce more world champions?
Yeah, one thing is to have a proper system, sort
Hmm.
of established system, where you can create champions, like, for example, a school of chess. Something recently with I mean, I have been associated with Chola Chess.
Chola, yeah.
Yeah, they are doing this thing for the different categories of people, where they select, handpick all the achievers from different categories, like from 8,
Mm.
10, 12, and so on, and they train them.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one which great thing which is happening right now in chess career. So we are on the road for creating more champions, I feel. It's slowly improving, and like I mentioned, ACF has announced a stipend which will also motivate all the young people
Mm-hmm.
to take up chess. And I mean, financially as well. Yeah, you have to have this stipend in order to train with a good coaches and so on, which was absent before. And we are improving a lot, and there is a still long way to go. And yeah, these are the things I feel. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that brings us to an end of all the difficult questions. Now I'll ask you a few fun rapid fire questions. So, one opening every beginner must learn.
I would say E4, E5. It's
Okay.
such a rich and classical opening. Yeah.
Okay. One opening everyone should stop playing.
I mean, anything which is weird, like for example, 1B3.
Okay. Blitz or classical.
Classical, yeah.
Okay. Attack or defense.
Attack.
Okay. Magnus or Kaspro.
Magnus.
Okay. Best Indian youngster to watch out for.
There are a lot of upcoming youngsters, and Arith Kapil from Delhi.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
he's
been
the one
hearing
to
his
watch out.
game
Yeah,
name
yeah,
quite a lot these
yeah.
days.
I played with him recently, and he's very good. Yeah.
Okay. And toughest opponent you have faced.
Levon Oronian.
Okay. And one book every chess player should read. I think you
Yeah,
already
already
answered.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One habit outside of chess that has improved your game.
I would be very consistent with working, whether it is bad days or good days. I would keep working. Yeah, so that habit.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
Okay. Complete this sentence. A chess player is someone who.
A great chess player is one who can deal with uncertainties
Hmm.
over the board and can get through it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. One final closing question.
Mhm.
If we remove the titles, ratings, medals, and achievement, what part of Sethuraman would still remain exactly the same?
I've never thought about it, but yeah, even if you remove all the titles, I would still get my way somehow to the exact same place where I am. Maybe even go further. Yeah, who knows? I would like kind of get rid of all my inhibitions and start fresh. One thing, if I would have to specify, maybe I would still be curious to learn new things, to keep on learning. That would be one thing. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Fantastic. It was so much fun talking to you, knowing you better, and so much of insight for all of us to take back. Thank you so much for doing
Yeah.
this.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be in this podcast, and I hope it was fun. Yeah.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah. Thank you.